They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this. Come on.
I'll take on all of you!
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Trips them up. Their drive gauge is not filled. How will they start their approach? KO. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Burns the drive gauge. Parries the projectile. Big counter. Nice counter. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Player one can't use any experiencing burnout. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. They're going for the super arc. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Jump anti-air in the clutch. Looking to plant him with a pile drive. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Punish counter sets the table. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Flatline zone. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Catches them out. All the throw connects. Player two took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Ooh, what a smart throw. Amazing. Player one, big time whip. Player one with the whip burnout, but they may have a plan here. Both, no, critical art now. Bring in the heat. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Over in a flash. Woo, I dare you to find me a bit.
Round one. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. The super armor does its job. The combo's there. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. The jump in catches them. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Taking stock. Sticks the jump in. Sticks the combo. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Knockdown. Looking to plant him with a pop. That slight doubt is all it took. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Brushes off the impact. Medium kick hits. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. What'll happen here? Player one will look to apply pressure here. Super on deck for both. Experiencing burnout. Goes low. A quick breather. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump in. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. What now? Player two gets tagged by the fireball. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. This can lead to some big damage. Matsu's out of the quick dash. Player one needs to use the threat of crowns him from above. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on Finn. Gets the corner switch. It burns out. Player turning it right up with the super. Come on now, let me hear you say it. Repta! Good presence of impact squat. This is gonna hurt. Mediator! Flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Round one. Fight.
We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Closes the gap. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Sticks the combo. Player one has the life lead. Pressuring them in the corner. Very solid corner switch. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Takes a trip. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. They break things off to take a quick breather. They block the overhead, and the jump in catches them. Player 1 is gonna have KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. There's an overdrive on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Just out of range, burnout activates. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. What's the next move? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown and zones with the fireball. Throw connects and does big damage. What'll happen here? Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Blocks it. Hits him with a stop and bop. Are we gonna see a comeback here? What's next? Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Connects with the throw. Smart play. Oh, yo! Rock super hit! He cuts to pull that off. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Big, low, reaching heavy. Misses the drive impact. Throws them. What's next? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Not much drive to work with at the moment. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. All right, what takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. That was a tough cross-up. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Big, low, reaching heavy. Throws them to negate the block. Target locked and scoop. Looking for a chance. Heavy punch sends him flying. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Extra spicy Shoryu connect. Experiencing burnout. Solid anti-air. The low. What's next? Big time whip. Connects with the throw. Fake out KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like thhere waiting to fuse as their drive gauge. Medium kick. Jinrai goes for the fireball, which is very strong at... Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Okay, here we go. Taking chunks, turning it right up with the super. What were they thinking? Excellent read. Bring in the heat. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale. They're hurt big time. Flatline zone. Player 1. They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this. Come on. Bring the heat.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. There's a corner switch. Super meter is looking bare right now. Will they try to hang back to stock up, or continue fighting? Opts for the throw. Takes a trip. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Throw zone. What's next? Knockdown. Player 1 chases them down. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Quick dash it. Jump. Less than 20 seconds remaining. This round may KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Gets the throw and continues on the offensive. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. A quick breather. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Flawless round. They got him so quick. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Quick dash it. Both players look for something to work with, but meet experiencing burnout. Throws them. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Gotta do better than that. Plenty of connects with the throw. Here comes the court betting in all on the drive run. And they burn out in sync. Player 2 is looking at a crimson roll burnout. Did they mean to do that? Okay, here we go. This is a gigantic life lead. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 2 flatlines them. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Oh, hits them with a stopping block. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count. Player 2 has the life lead. Raised on the pressure with the projectile. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Both fighters have completely emptied out their drive gauge and are in burnout state. Not a lot of patience on show here today. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 chases them down. In a dire situation, they can't KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Brushes that off and keeps going. Converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Ooh, snap kick sends them spinning. Medium kick. Oh, they're in the corner now. No, looking to impress with this super. Scared money don't make no money. Spins it all for the Shinryu Ripper. Oh, let's go. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Experiencing burnout. Oh, says no to the impact. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Oh, burnout triggered. Jumps. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Not having the crossover. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What are they thinking here? Throws him down. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Taking stock. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Throws them to negate the block. Air slasher. Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it in there? Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Medium kick hits. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Connects with medium kick. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player 1, were they baiting them into that? Are we gonna see a comeback here? Quick dash. Player 1 can't. Oh, stun! Bad news is on the way. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
No way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. That was catch as catch can, and you're gonna get in a fight. Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Come on. Bring the heat.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. No heavy. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 has the life lead. No good up high. Throws him down. Drive reversal to break in. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. All right, what's coming up takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 2 chases them down. Knockdown, nice counter. Goes in one pay, oh. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Fires off in overdrive. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Both fighters planning something? Anti-air drops him. Jumps up. A quick breather. Drive time. Springs forward with the drive rush. Medium kick. Still slugging it out at this can lead to some big damage. Off leg kick. That's how you close it out. What a beast.
DJ.
Player 2 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! We're here in the hit them with a stopping bomb. Strings it all together. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 has the life lead. All right. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? The attack is parried. Decides to meet them in the air. Holds out with the block. The jump in catches them. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Next hit will end the round. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Oh God, this is tense. Lots of distance here as both fighters look up tap to close it. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Hits them with a stopping bomb. Converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Opts out of the quick dash. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. Burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Both good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Medium kick hits, barely blocks the jump in. The drive impact is denied. Connects with medium kick. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this. Genius read with that throw escape. Oh, burnout triggered. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. A jump-in connects with the throw. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it, doesn't detect the throw. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Oh! Gets a good read on their opponent. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. What are they thinking here? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Nails the anti-air. Was looking for that jump attack. Recovers from burnout. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Oh, burnout triggered. Who'll gain control of the match in the early going. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Top 2's out of the quick dash. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Experiencing burnout. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
Bet that hurt.
Wow, that's some big-time damage there. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Looking for a chance. Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback. Oh no, they're stunned. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Good decision with that throw. Going in. The jump-in is denied. Sets up with that amazing never say die attitude got them the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Adds a bit of OD spice there. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Jumps. Barely blocks the throw, is denied. What a read. Burnout activates. Connects with the throw. Player 1 uses their drive gauge. Oh, the throw connects. Forward push. The Dragon Lash super hits home. Player 2 has the super gauge and runs that off. Spends the meter. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that?
Hey!
Weekend pleasure. We're in for a good time. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Can they use their resources wisely to pick up the win here? The drive gauge is screaming for more attack. Burnout, they are done! Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. Stark reads the jump in perfectly. Gets out of there with a backdash. Rolling Sova. Left off a projectile to waste time. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Trips them up. Neither can lean on their drive too hard right now. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. The drive impact. This stun might mean the end of this round. They've been pushed into KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Checks with a medium kick. Shows the medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. Ooh, snap kick sends them spinning. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Barely blocks the jump in. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning. Oh, burnout triggered. Player one will have to deal with this. Burnout activated. That's it all on the full meter. You know what that means? It's time for the weekend. What'll happen here? Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Going in. Oh, Benson on the fireball. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Immediate jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Long-range fireball to break the silence. Player one has the low kick hits. Oh, the throw connects. Amazing. Like knocked him out of the air. Barely blocks the jump in. Player one is on the brink of disaster. Oh, here we go. Burnout, but they may have a plan here. Player one is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Okay, here we go. Player drops them from the air. Good decision with that throw. Ugh, take a solid anti-air. Excellent block. And whip. They're wide open. They couldn't take it. That was catch as catch.
Blanca. DJ.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Gotta do this.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Player one has the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Nails the anti-air. Checks them with a projectile. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity.
They can't squander this punish counter chance.
Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing.
Round 2.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Can't tech the throw. Jumps in. Goes low. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Smart play with the throw. The impact doesn't do anything. Goes for, burnout triggered.
Extra spicy Shoyu connects.
Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive move now.
Crowns them from above.
Bring in the heat!
The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Taking no prisoners. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for the fireball. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round. Drive rush to keep it going. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Just out of range for that throw. All right, what's coming up next? The no-fly zone.
One chance here may end this. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Drumming up a beatdown.
They need to rely on their instincts here. Experiencing burnout. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Had the radar up and running. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Still very early in the round. Burnout triggered. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Brushes that off and keeps going. Uses the gauge for a super arc.
Bring in the heat!
Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. They must have a game plan here with a critical art on deck, but executing that plan, experiencing KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. All right, they throw them into the corner. They're looking to keep the pressure on and do some damage. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. Can't tech the throw? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Brushes off the impact. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Takes a trip.
Up into the air off the just cool.
Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters are barely alive. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Still, burnout triggered. Burnout.
Expect the tempo of the match to change.
They're both out of drive. Closes it with a classic corner throw. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Overdrive arc. Who's going to start things off? Shinrai kick for a mix-up. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Experiencing burnout. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 2 needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. They're in the corner and the beatdown continues. Backs away. Not about that BFF like clutch anti-air. A real test of nerves here. Their spacing is so love tap to close it. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Immediate jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Reads the jump in perfectly. Jumps up solid anti-air. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 1 drive rush. Breaks it. Player 2 is in a very good burns out. Connects with the throw. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Goes to the front, meets them air to air. Player 2, driving last flame, cooks them up good. Player 1 is mounting a cup and tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. All in with a rush. They're recovered. There's a burnout. Quick dash. Crowns them from above. Player 2 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. The next touch may decide this round. Quick medium poke. Burns out. Are you kidding me? Player 1! What? HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Both sides looking for an opening. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 has the life lead. Who's it gonna be? This is a good range. Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Reads them. Takes a trip. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Neither of them willing to back off here. Life lead opens up. Oh, burnout! Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. A brave forward jump there to start. Solid combo. That's some big juicy damage on that. Looking to plan him with a pile driver. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Going in? Burnout activates. Target locked and scoop. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a clutch anti-air. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Crowns them from above. Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Switch overhead attack. Uses the target combo super to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Come on now, let me hear you say it. Xingliu. Peppa. Look at the damage. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What are they gonna do? A jump in? Cross-up attack. This is gonna hurt. Oh, no! Critical art now? Things are looking very bleak, but can they find something? Medium kick. Turns out, flatlines them. Player 2 is a...
Round 1. Fight.
We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Let's off a projectile to waste time. The throw misses. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out, pressuring them in the corner. All right. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Checks them with the projectile. With the throw. Life lead opens up. Gets him. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Closes the gap. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Tatsu's out of the quick dash. A quick breather. Gets scooped from down low. Grabs and throws him away. Both fighters planning something? They just won't stop. They're going for the super art? Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. There it is! They knew it'd be enough. Player 2 brings it home.
Round 1. Fight.
So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Solid combo. Player 2 with the life lead. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. They timed that just right to get the perfect pair. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Takes a trip. Player 1 takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 1 in there. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, target locked and scoop. Player 2 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Player 2 will need to play into experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Took him to the corner and looking to plan him with a pile driver. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they throws them. Going in, side switch in the corner. Are we gonna drive this back? Misses. Wraps it up with a throw. Player 2. Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time!
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Goes for the throw. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Takes a trip. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Jump. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Shows the medium kick. Had the radar up and running. You gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They both have full drive gauges to work with. Hits them with a stop and pop. This is gonna be bad news. Up into the air off the jump. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? blocks it. You gotta be mindful of reaching. Reads the jump in perfectly.
Are we gonna see a comeback here?
Player 2 connects with the throw. Manages to block the jump in attack.
The low kick hits.
A jump? Barely blocks the jump in.
Player 2 wraps it up with a throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
The last round. It's now or never.
Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round.
That feeling out phase.
Oh my god, they just choked it up! Player 2 needs to wait this out. What now? But there's a burnout.
All the throw connects.
Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Nice fireball.
Reads the jump in perfectly.
Crowns him from above. Up to spin the meter on the super.
What's next?
Solid anti-air. Rushes in. Drive rush. Now they can use drive.
Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible?
Clutch parry. Medium kick hit 2. Are you kidding me? Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. That combo did decent.
Hits him with a stop and pop.
Solid combo. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The jump in is denied. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner.
This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something.
Goes low. Caught in the cross-up. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with a smart stuff.
Player 2 hits up the always important first round.
They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before he brushes that off and keeps going? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Gets the jump in. Experiencing burnout.
Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage.
Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting.
Player 2 will meet... burnout activates. Extra spicy Shoryu connects. They just won't stop switching sides.
Life lead is there, but still anyone's game.
Perfect execution with the anti-air. They return to center stage. Gotta be careful. The drive impact doesn't work. Jumps. They're going for the super art. But flatlines them. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're finally ready to be hit them with a stop and pop.
Big counter. Definitely saw that counter coming. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Had the radar up and running. Goes in on the impact for nothing. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Misses the drive impact. Brushes off the impact. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. From up above, closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 2 can't KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Brushes that off and keeps going. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive on. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player 1 bears a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic work with that combo. Closes the gap.
Player 2 will need to use their meter here wisely. There's an over, springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters planning something? KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opts to create space to start. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Player 1 will look burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 will have to knock them out of the air. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. And they burn out in sync. In with the crosser. Gets the side switch. Aims for the shins. Escapes the corner. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. They're going to teach you a lesson here. To play with fire, you're going to get burned. Good presence of mind to pull the trigger. Jump anti-air in the clutch. Are they going to be able to come back and all in with the rush? Ooh, what a smart play. Walls flat into the guard break. Rushes in. Excellent block. Player 1 can't use any drive through. Oh, you're grounded. That was a fight heard round the...
Blanca.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Throws him down. Deals some damage with that quick combo. That was a solid anti-air. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Time to do some damage after that wall splat. No more drive gauge. Takes a trip. Player 1 opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Medium kick hit. Solid combo. Brushes that off and keeps going. Were they baiting them into that? Oh, burnout triggered. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Blocks the low heavy, and both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off. Perfect execution with the anti-air. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Blocks the crosser. Good read. Backstep rolling attack. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Cashes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
Flatline zone. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Brings out a bomb. It's huge and makes people unhinged. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Parries the attack and player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. No good up high. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Takes a trip. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Throws them to negate the block.
Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Blocks it. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Hits them with a stop and block. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Breaks the block with a throw. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they looking to impress with this sweeper? Going in? Player 2 is there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. In with the rolling attack. Player 2, good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Aims for the shit. Opts for the critical art. Is this gonna kill?
Sit down and shut up!
Hanging by a thread. Just need one final push. Flatline zone. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps. Gets the jump in. Player 1 chases them down. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Takes a trip. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. All right, what's coming up next? Oh! Player 2, the punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Extra spicy Shoryu connects. Player 2 opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Holds out with the block. Gets the parry in, and adds some pressure. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Going in, Player 2 burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 hits them with a stop and block. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Goes low. Oh, what's this? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 blocks the low kick. Here comes the corner pressure. What a read with that anti-air. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Catches them out. Quick dash. Gets the throw tech. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Player 2 is looking at a throw, is denied. What a read. Looking for a hold. A jump? Oh, the throw connects. What now? Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Now they can use drive. This can lead to some big damage. A real test of nerves here. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Oh, he may big. It's time to bust this out. Flatline zone. Woo, what?
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Oh, coming in hot. No, this will break him. Oh, putting the cherry on the
Kick out of nowhere.
That was catch as catch.
Round 1. Fight.
Time to get down to the
Overhead denied.
denies the jump in. Projectile to try and change the situation. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Player 2 chases them down. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. What are they thinking here? Not shy with the grab. Next hit will end the round. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to bend the meter? Hoping for a good return. The super doesn't hit. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Both fighters planning something? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Looking for a chance. Gets a risky buff in.
Not good enough.
Big throws. Goes for the rush.
All in with the rush.
And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. That's what happened.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. No good up high. They knew that throw was coming. Goes for the low kick. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Strings it all together. The drive impact doesn't get this is a huge, what a finish. Great meat in the life gauge there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Throws him. What's next? Okay, they trade hits. Player 1 can build off this lead. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Burnout activates. Big throws. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Going in. Jumps in. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from, ooh, what a smart throw.
All in with the rush.
Finds the target. Got him up against the wall, and the stud is there. There's a burnout.
Will catches out the cage right there.
A clean KO. Nice meter awareness.
That was the highest I've ever seen.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Holds out with the block. Shoots off a fireball up close. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where's this match gonna go? Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Both fighters' drive gauges are empty. Let's see how this affects the neutral game. All right, what's coming up next?
decides to meet them in the air. Burnout is triggered. Trying to read each other here? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Taking stock.
Fires off the Shinku Hadouken.
And that's a KO. Timed that perfectly.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Sees it coming and blocks it out. I can't keep track of these corner switches.
Player 2
Chases them down.
a parry? Medium kick hits. Grabs and throws them away. Player 1 is barely hanging in there. Experience wraps it up with a decisive combo. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Opts to create space to start.
Barely blocks the jump in. Hits back with the overdrive vertical. Pokes with a medium kick. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Quick medium poke. This can lead to some big damage. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this overhead. Throws them. Both sides getting ready. Links it. All in with a rush. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Puts them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.